Hey, good morning. How's it going? How's it going? Cool room? Matthias, you're new. And the rib. Irish nonsense. Fantastic. I'm a bit tired. Was up late. Uh, I had to wake up early because of kids. Hey, sofa strangler. And passenger, I see just logged on. They're barred. Yo ho ho. Fantastic. So, how about I do snow related uh, warm up today in honor of Christmas holidays. Hey, good morning, Michal. Or or do you wanna do your topics? It's up to you guys. I'm fine either way. So a snow one then. Good morning. All right. All right. Right. So let's do a snow one. Okay. So I think this stream will be the last stream of the year. I won't do any more streams until January. Give myself a little break from it all. Work on some outro, intro. Um, and hit 2017 running. So I think this will be the last one for the year. I think it was a good timing. You know, Christmas tomorrow, at least for us Nordics, and not for UK people. They celebrate on the 25th, but it's gonna be fun. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, the portfolio review. I'm looking forward to it myself, actually. Um, I think that'll be uh, it will be a really fun event. Especially, I'll also see all your art. I have deliberately not looked too much at the links you posted of your art because I wanna go into it um, like with fresh eyes and just look at the portfolio and react to it rather than build my opinion on it uh, like already. So I think I'm really excited about it. It's gonna be super fun. Yeah, my most likely not stream on the second. I get. think my work starts on the third, so I think that'll be the first day of streaming. Um, Surface Wrangler. I don't think it doesn't need to be a portfolio. You can just post a link of your art or a couple of links for some illustrations or paintings or drawings you've done. it doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't need to be a portfolio, but you know, whatever you post in the comment on that link that's underneath, which is stream, which is the January 7th portfolio review. You can just put a link in there of your own art, or make a comment in the post with your art in it, and I'll have a look at it. It doesn't need to be like you need a professional portfolio. Just post some art, you know, it's fun. Uh, yeah, Schmeiz, I speak German. I had German in school. I had it for 9 years, uh, German lessons. But I've never lived in Germany. Aber mein Deutsch sind ganz gut. But I haven't spoken in it like actively. So a lot of like correct bendings of words and so on is, you know, super rusty. It's purely from school. Like I have no other reason to use it. Finnish, I can kind of speak most and understand most due to a lot of my family live in Finland. Uh, so mä puhut vähän suomeksi. But it's probably not correct either because it's not like an active language. But I can kind of get stuff in Finnish as well. I did not work on a Second Son. I worked on Infamous 2. Um, I did a lots and lots of characters for Infamous 2. Um, but I didn't. I think the people that did the Second Son was a completely different studio, and the art directors and so on. They had all the team. I think split completely. So my connection with Infamous 2 was isolated in that sense that a lot of it didn't do the Second Son one, right? That's as far as I. Uh, but the studio that did Infamous 2 is Sucker Punch, and they're working on other things, which my company and we are helping out on. Kuru, yeah, Finnish is super tricky. I remember like childhood rhymes that my granny told me to learn Finnish. It's like yeah, it's a really funny little rhyme. I can butcher it if you want. Suola är salt, kaikki är allt. Hevonen är häst, pappi är präst. It's like it's little stupid rhyme to teach you how to say salt, everything, horse, and priest. It's a rhyme from Swedish to Finnish, and that's like how you come up with stuff or remember stuff. My granny always told me. Koskenkorva. Yeah, that's their lovely vodka, right? Yeah, but my Finnish is it's not that strong. Like I understand way more than I can speak because as a kid, like my granny, she only spoke Finnish, so she talked to me a lot in Finnish, and she kind of got Swedish, so I could reply in Swedish. So it caused me to like know Finnish really well, but speaking it, like I really struggle, and my grammar is broken. But the comprehension is quite vast. It's a funny little weird situation. Hyvää huomenta. Good morning. Kuru. Yeah, Swedish is it is what it is. It's definitely not like Finnish. And Finnish is definitely not like Swedish. Swedish is somewhat easy, but it doesn't conform to really any like basic patterns in language. It's very random. A lot of like grammatical rules are just random. There's so many instances where in school where you learn it and they just go, well, here this word breaks the rule, and you just have to remember that this word breaks the rule. In other situation, follows the words follow rules. It's so weird compared to, let's say, Latvian, which is super strict in how the language obeys to the like grammatical rules. And you try to teach Swedish to some, it's like, well, yeah, in this instance, it's just you have to remember it is this way. That's funny, that is. Hey, good morning, Golden Tigers. Hey, Atsgi. Great potatoes. That's perfect. That's also a good one, Guru. Icelandic is similar to Swedish, definitely. I think they have influenced each other quite significantly. Who's the original language? Uh, I was watching this Swedish TV show on internet earlier this year, actually, or was it past year? But it must have been earlier this year, where there was one place in Sweden that still talked Viking. Like there was one lady who still actively spoke it, like the last old lady in the village who actually spoke the true version of what Vikings spoke like in this little remote little village somewhere in Sweden. It was really cool to hear the way it sounded. Kuro, yeah, that's the weirdest thing with Swedish. It's just like, oh yeah, these follow the rules, but these words they don't. So just memorize them. And also the hilarious aspect like of duality of words in Swedish, which is stupid. It's like the word for marriage is also the word for poison. It's the exact same word. It's just based on context, it means different things. Which is like right? I'll show you a funny little trick I figured out there a while back. You take the photo filter correction, right? And you take color range, and you pick a value where you want to introduce the temperature, and you can slide it. It's a fun little trick. Like you can add nice little subtle changes in highlights and so on. Yeah, Golden Tigers. Make sure to follow the link and make a comment on the post on my website, so I have a collected list of people's addresses, so that it's not just spam in chat. So we have a list to go through. I'm well aware that it's gonna be people posting links in the chat, and I'm gonna have to kind of deal with that. But I don't want all links to be posted in the chat, because that's just a pain in the ass for me. The dual brush settings on the brush you're using. Can you clarify, Matthias? I'm not sure really what you're talking about. Can you clarify the question? I'll gladly answer it. Do you want to see the hard brush or the more kind of painterly brush? I mean, I know where it is. I mean, it's here, right? But it depends on which brush you want to see and what dual brush settings. I mean, which brush do you want to see? There's new numbers there next to it, and just say the number and I'll show the brush setting. The painterly brush. Is it this one? The chalky? Or this one? I guess this one. I think I used that one. It looks like it. Right, so that's the settings. Dual brush. And the dual brush is, I don't know, this one. And I don't know which one that one. Texture. It has some texture. That shape dynamics is these settings. Transfer. Smoothing. Well, hope that helps. You can always go back on the video on demand later and pause, and if you want to look at the settings. I doubt it will help you any, but you know. So my idea here, right, is to have some sort of snow troll peeking out, but I'm not sure that I'm giving it justice. Should I design it a little bit more? Hey, Paul Treffel. Maybe I can do a troll. I used to have my own IP about gnomes and trolls. Obviously, it's not anything original, but it was super fun to design for. My designs were obviously originals, but the idea of gnomes and trolls obviously is been done before. But it was a fun project. I would really love to do it one day. Yeah, yeah, Paul. Yeah, I'm really like laid back today. I'm not like rushing this warm up at all. It's just good old fun, pleasurable warm up, painting snow. I really want to kind of capture that hot winter day snow feeling. Dear Bard, yeah, sure. Link it. Oh, thanks, Paul. Yeah, I really like doing those paintings. I should really go back to that IP at some point. I think the one that got a lot of traffic out of all those paintings is the one that's titled Cornered. Like when there's the gnome is cornered uh, by these the idea I had for that painting was that it's gnomes that lost their sanity from troll witches, and they are all like gnomes attacking him, uh, and he's cornered. And, yeah, the idea was to to play with that composition. That's a nice warm up. Angry Santa. Let's see if I can find that painting I was talking about. Yeah, there we go. Really old painting. This painting. So the idea is that the guy from my IP. I did quite a few paintings for it and designs and lots of things. But it's really old. It's from 2008. And I remember it was like the best of my abilities at the time. I was like really, really pushing this painting. Like it's gotta be good. But uh, I did a lot of them. Here's another. the death of the main guy's wife. Pastel did not. Majority of my portfolio is design work. Lots of character designs uh, and kind of art direction. Because we do a lot of pre-production, or I have done a lot of pre-production where we help define the style and generate designs that'll help inform the art director of the direction. So a lot of it is like pre-production and production concepts. But that's been the majority of my career. So it's been concepts to inform the art director to how to create the world, and then when the world is created, the client comes back and wants production designs for the project. So it's fun. You could almost say that, yeah. It was kind of based on me. Let me find another one. See if I can get a Google here. No, I didn't get a Google hit on that. But I designed these little those guys that you said if it's me with dreads. They are in my world they were like crow riders, like the motorcycle gang of the gnome world, and they had this elaborate design system to stay on top of the back of the crows so that they couldn't fall off. And the idea was that they were like the bad guys that turned good to help the main guy beat the evil witch. And the evil witch was this troll witch that was on the back of a toad. It's a fun little world to design. Yeah, Dennis. That has obviously been a huge inspiration for a lot of people doing any sort of gnome related stuff. Um, Matthias, uh, when time is up, then my warm up painting is finished. But for personally, it's it's like a for more for like not the warm up for an actual painting. It's when you start losing things for the of the like where's the where reward, right, cost and reward, uh, when the painting is losing the feeling, when it just becomes tighter and tighter and it's stiffer and stiffer, you should probably stop, try to save the situation and then stop painting it, or have a really conscious thought about, all right, I need to what do I need to do left, and then you do your best to try to get that, and then um, you have to be finished with it. When you could paint on something forever, but it's at some point you have to stop, and it's down to style, down to purpose of the painting, scale of the painting. All these things like inform you when you should step away. A lot of people, I mean, me as well, I don't plan and not enough at all what I really should be planning. Like I see some artists, they are really good at planning their painting, and most artists just react and then they say, all right, I'm finished. This is as good as I can do. But if you're gonna do a big painting, a lot of it has to come down to like how well have you prepared to do the painting? Have you done studies? Gathered references and all these things. And I think it'll just make a better end result. But in terms of how do you know when you're finished, is you kind of feel it. Like, okay, I can't do it better, or what has gone wrong? I should really stop. I think that's the most common one that people experience. Hey, Mute Lava. The crying lava stream that always says hello with a tear in the eye. Do you remember that 90s movie, Crying Freeman? Does anyone remember that movie? With what's his name? Mark Dacascos or something like that? This kung fu guy. Crying Freeman. And all of that memory came to the surface just because you made a sad face in saying hi. Crying Freeman. That movie. That's hilarious. Yeah, Sad Assassin, exactly. That was so funny. But I remember at the time it was a pretty cool action movie, like a kung fu movie. It wasn't all that bad. Probably is quite shit today, but at the time it wasn't too bad. Oh, time is up. So that's it. That's the last stream for the year. I can't. I'm not gonna do any more streams until January 3rd. I think I'm back at work. So now I'm gonna work on 30-minute warm-up 2.0. Can relax a bit. Maybe do a stream at night here and there, but no more warm-up at least. So thanks everyone for coming this year. A lot of episodes, 170 something. And happy New Year, Merry Christmas, happy winter solstice. Don't celebrate whatever you're doing. Shmaze, I'm not gonna do an extra stream. I think my son is home and he wanna play some with me. So yeah, Shmaze, I can. I haven't had that much time to paint on it, but I'll show it. So here I am. This is what it looks like now. Just been like fiddling mostly with the horns and just trying slowly, little by little, kind of fiddle with it. So January 3rd, I think. 30-minute warm-up will be back because I start work then. So until then, I'm gonna have a little winter break. Work on, like I said, work on the 2.0 30-minute warm-up. And then I will be up and running again. Thanks, Shmaze. Yeah, I want to finish this. Unfortunately, I didn't have as much free time as I thought I would on my vacation because kids' school ended and Christmas shows and whatever. But it's all good. Tomorrow, I mean, next year, it's gonna be a good year. And work on your portfolios so we can have a good portfolio review in the 7th. Shmaze, yeah, but next year I'll be up and running again. It's gonna be cool. Hopefully with way more like community aspects to it, like on-screen prompts and all these things, you know, so it becomes more fun for you guys and for me. So have a good one, everyone. Thank you all for this year. It was really cool. Really nice to see that there's a community already. Kind of every morning, having my coffee and see familiar faces. It's awesome. So, thank you. Have a good one.